Hey guys, my name is Helium Lemon 15. Welcome back to Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. Today is November 21st, I think. We're back here with this continent, which I forgot the name of for a bit, but now I remember. It's called Secret Meridian. And I know the name because, see here, it's got all the names of the different continents that we've been to so far. I like the little finger snap that it does in part of the music. So the next place we've got to go to, have we been to Calm Valley yet? I think so. We've got to go to the legs of the ancient giant. Actually, I'm not entirely sure that we've been to Calm Valley, so let's give it a look. Nonetheless, yeah, no, I don't think we've been here yet. Oh, what a quaint little town. Yeah, this is one of the nicest, most relaxing tunes in the whole game, and it's a nice town to just come and take a break from harder sections of the game and buy stuff that you need. I wouldn't want to be a frumpelfunk. Me neither. Our family could use some time to relax. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go. And Helga and Andrew go off to have some adult fun time, I guess. Or just relaxing together, obviously. Hey there, Laurenson. Are you Maney's friend? I'm her kid sister. She told me all about her adventures. Is it true that there are fish in the ocean that are bigger than me? Do they swallow me in one gulp? One time I had a fish. It was just a baby and I taught it how to swim. It picked up real quick, so I must be a good teacher. That's why I want to be a teacher when I grow up. Before I can do that, though, I need to learn lots and lots. Maybe one day my mom won't be such a pill and let me go to a big fancy school with lots of other students. Did you see Rubik's dog? He's a little cutie. I'm gonna try to teach him how to bark. Okay, good for you. Wolf. Hello, this is my brother's home. Perhaps you've seen him tending the sheep. That makes sense that Rubik is from Calm Valley. Marvelous coin. Yes, that's a collectible that we could get through the game. Okay, anyway. Mecha Super Ball. Yeah, you got it. Aw, nice peaceful village. That does sound nice. Sometimes I would rather be in a peaceful village than a big city, you know? My brother Rubik travels the world. We decided it would be more logical if one of us were to stay here and look after the family farm. I won the coin toss. Sometimes my brother brings trinkets home from his travels. He seems interested in them, but they serve no purpose. I don't really understand things like that. I like how he sees staying behind and taking care of the family farm as winning the coin toss. Which makes sense, and not everybody would see it that way. Here's the bank. We can be like, hey, oh, wait, what's going on? This is an outrage. I demand to see Mr. Grouse. Why don't you get it? You've already been denied a loan several times. Mr. Grouse has no time for you. I'll have you know that Mr. Grouse and I go way back. He's one of my closest and dearest friends. Look, Mr. Frog, that's Mr. Marvelous. Mr. Grouse made himself clear. You're no longer welcome here or at any other Grouse-owned establishment. Fine, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. But I just want you to know my head is filled with marvelous ideas. There's no end to the marvelous things I can accomplish. One day you'll look back at today, say that was the day I insulted the very successful Mr. Marvelous. I'm ashamed of who I am. That's my impression of you. I hope that stings. Jimmy, old chum, there's nothing the matter here, nothing the matter at all. Mr. Grass and I were just finalizing a business transaction. Quite boring, I assure you. When I see you, I just want to talk about more marvelous things. That said, I'm quite busy now. We'll have to catch up another day, excuse me. He just walked through us, that's so rude. Hey, do you really want a bank here? Oh wow, nobody in the village does, and tourism has been so slow lately. Brock is a cubist painter, I believe, so that's a cool reference. We can deposit our stuff or we can try to use it. Mr. Grouse, why do you have so many bodyguards? Been a while, I almost didn't recognize you. You seem older now. Yeah, I am a bear now. I hope that frog didn't cause too much of a scene. You see, Jimmy, there are two kinds of people in the world. Oh yeah? What are the two kinds? Useless people like Mr. Frog. That's not his name, it's Mr. Marvelous. Useless people just exist to drag you down. They never contribute anything to society. Hey. Oh. They spend all their time asking for handouts and never accomplish anything. Sometimes they literally stink. You don't want to be a useless person, do you, Jimmy? Then you should keep reaching for success. Useless people will just bother you, so you have to tell them to get lost. Might seem harsh, but it's the only way you can truly be... Ooh, that's harsh. That's so sad. The upcoming merger is dominating my thoughts. Good for you, I guess. Well, we'll try to use up our money before we make more, you know, because we're inevitably making more, but we'll deposit, yeah. Hey, Timothy. Calm Valley is a lot like Smile. It is. My mom hasn't tried to contact me at all. That's sad. I've been sending postcards from every town I visited, but I've gotten 0 replies. Guess it's hard to track me down since I'm moving all the time. Well, whatever, I'm having a good time here. I rode on a sheep's back for a while, then I took a nap. Honestly, I'm looking forward to going somewhere different. This town's not exciting enough for me. I get that, but look at how colorful it is. Colorful and whimsical and strange. I mean, I get that it's quiet. Popova. Welcome. Mamie told me you're just passing through. Feel free to check out the rooms. We used to be quite the tourist destination. People prefer to go to the beach nowadays. I still like to keep things nice and tidy just in case. If you decide to stay, breakfast is at 7. We have pancakes in a variety of interesting shapes. Who wakes up that early just to eat hotel breakfast? I mean, how long has it been since we've had time alone together? Oh no, we're walking in on them. Sorry I haven't been around as much. When things get hectic, I tend to retreat to my studies. Well, you better be sorry. You've got a lovely wife right here. She can support you, you know. I know. There have been advancements in knowledge over the proto-Mesophilia era, so it's easy to lose myself in that instead of focusing on personal stuff. Well, you should be around when you can, especially now. But I do love how smart you are. You're my favorite paleontologist, you know. You like me even more than Dr. Carruthers? Ho. Dr. Carruthers isn't nearly as cute as you. Kissy. Yeah. I love how angry Jimmy looks as the bear. He can barely believe it. He can barely tolerate it. He can barely keep up. Alright, I'm done with the bear puns, I promise. Aw, it's a bed. What would that be called? A twin size? What's the biggest? I know the biggest is, there's like a king size, and then there's like a California king. Oh, whatever. Lots of different sizes of bed. You would think twin size would be the biggest, because like big enough for a pair of twins, but no. Hey Jimbo, I guess you caught me. You're eavesdropping again. It's easy to do when you're being left out of stuff. Well, you should get a girlfriend, Lars. Shh. It's hard when you have a sister and she's a big part of your life, and then she doesn't have time for you anymore. It's dumb and pathetic to care about that, but I can't help how I feel. Oh, there, my boys. Are you ready to head out? The legs of the ancient giant are to the north. The locals have a legend about how the giant was on a long journey and grew so tired of walking that he took off his own legs. Okay. Lars says, I can relate. Wow, Lars is such a mood. Oh, that looks like a thing down there. I wonder what that is. After traveling down the path of enlightenment, I found this small village. It's a good place to rest my tired body. That said, there are some things here that kind of piss me off. I don't like how it's so calm and peaceful here. I kind of wish people got into more fights, and the clean air is giving me a headache. If it were smog here, maybe I could feel the air in my lungs. When I try to relax, it helps if I imagine cars honking and people yelling at each other. I guess I wasn't raised in a crappy little country town like this. Fine by me. That ram was giving me the evil eye, so I grabbed its horns and shook its head around. It bit me pretty hard, so I climbed up here and made fun of it until it started headbutting the wall. Man, animals sure are stupid. Here's a poem. Calm lake reflecting, the wandering eye of a child. Do fish think we stink? That is a very profound question. I don't think fish can smell, but that'd be good for. Oh, that'd be very good for Lars. That'd be good. Well, what is Helga wearing now? Why isn't? Ooh, we can get some more furniture. This seems pretty darn important, so let's get that for Lars. And of course it didn't even equip the... Oh my god, his agility went up to 270. But this would give him plus 20 attack. But minus 250 agility? Why does he need so much agility? Maybe somebody else can have the rad sneakers, cause like, cause we want his, yeah. Anyway, why do we have those rad sneakers anyway? Blocky armor. Okay. We can sell some of these. Hermit crab shell. Tuxedo. Overalls, floral dress, tuxedo. Let's sell some of those. So just sell some of these. Alright. And then buy some stuff. You know. Thermal bomb. Do we want to teach... Get something... Get a spell to use. Sounds nice. I hate living in New York, speaking of cities, just because it's always like, there's always like construction or something dumb happening outside. So it's just frustrating, like if you don't like having noise, like it's if you record videos all the time and you don't want to be interrupted by, you know, the sound of trucks backing up or construction or just sounds of the city. I don't know. But you know, I'm nowhere near in a position to be able to, I don't know, decide where to live other than with my parents. So hopefully I can be in that position in the next couple of years. The journey of a nameless monk. I guess I'm climbing more today. Great. Well, you've got to do what you got to do. I'm going to find out who I am, and if I have to climb up a pair of giant legs, then that's what I'm going to do. I try to look up and see what the giant's crotch looked like, but it's so tall I can't. Pretty wild. If I were a giant, I would go around taking buildings and stuff. I'd also just be able to jump up to the world's library. Or maybe someone would just build the library on top of me. That would really make my journey easier. Wonder if I'll find what I'm looking for up there. What if there are no answers for me? What if I do find out who I am and I don't like it? What if I was a real loser? Man, this kind of thing is tough. Maybe I should just make a new life for myself. Could be, I don't know, a janitor, cleaning up other people's messes. There's a quiet dignity in that. I'm just wasting time. I really don't want to climb all the way up there just to be disappointed. Here's a stupid haiku. I'm getting tired of writing this. I don't want to climb these stupid tall garbage legs, but I guess I will. I liked that haiku. What's this? Ooh, this is a place that is giving me creepy vibes. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, that's what I think it is. Oh, man. I love that music. I love just teasing you. Giving you like 1 second of that music. That music is crazy. That's like the craziest music in the game. And probably my favorite nightmare dungeon in the game. We're almost ready to do that, but we're not quite ready to do it. So we're gonna do this first. I mean, this is plot required anyway, so... this song is amazing. It's one of my favorite songs in the game. So... we got these enemies. We got a pentagon and a two-fish. Two-fish is ice elemental, I think. So it would be vulnerable to fire attacks, we think. We hypothesize. Sure, Andrew does a lot of hypothesizing. But if you switch to Goon, such a goon. I hate that goon means something really weird these days. Just like internet culture and I don't know, pornography. Just like, all right, here we go. Perfect. So grift. If you decide to grift one of these shapes, you can take an edge. And since Jimmy's the only person who can do that. So by taking an edge away from a pentagon, you can make it into a square. Let's try doing that some more. So if we take an edge away from the triangle, what will happen to the triangle? What do you think? I think it'll just... yeah, it winks out of existence. Nice. I should have been countering. How many times am I gonna say that in this LP? I need like a counter. Counter for counter. No puns. I don't like puns. Puns make me depressed. Depressed enough already. Or maybe it's just because I don't like puns because I am depressed. And not that the puns themselves are the problem. I don't know. Bye-bye. Sayonara, bye-bye. This dimension cuts like a knife. What a pitiful waste of a human life. Your heart is stumped and your blood is cold. You were so dead. That's a great video game. It's like one of the weird, like relics of the CD-ROM era, like freaking Smart Patrol and stuff like that. I love Smart Patrol. It's, maybe my favorite Devo song, just in general. And the fact that they made a whole game about it. Just like the lore of Devo is crazy. It's the lore of Devo. Best band from Akron, Ohio, so good old Akron, Ohio. Akron? No, Akron. What makes Akron better than Dayton, Ohio? Well, I don't know. Not much. No, it's just funny because my dad's from Ohio. Alright, so let's use our healing items. Boop, boop. I played Penny Arcade's On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness 4 recently for the first time in a while. I didn't make any progress on that game for a while because I was stuck on kind of a hard fight, just like a regular enemy fight. But the thing with those games, oh, I love this guy. Concentric Burtons. You've already seen normal Burton, but this is Burton within a Burton within a Burton. Okay, sharpening its edges probably means it's going to attack on the next turn. The thing with the Penny Arcade's On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness games is every fight is scripted, basically. So you can't, like, if you're stuck on a particular enemy, then good luck, because you basically have to beat that enemy to progress. I mean, you can't really grind off of other enemies to get better and better equipment or more potions or whatever. You know, which is just like, that's the nice thing about random encounters, is that you can just kind of farm them indefinitely for a while. If you're not feeling confident with your skills of the game, you can get more money to buy more potions, etc., ad infinitum. And it turns out that, like, I made a lot of progress after I was unstuck on that one particular fight in Penny Arcades on the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness 4. Now, why the fourth one? Well, it's made by a studio that does 16-bit RPGs, like kind of comedy 16-bit RPGs, you could say, that I used to really like because I played their game Breath of Death 7. It's a studio called Z-Boy Games. So I've played about 5 of their games by now, and they only made Penny Arcades on the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness 3 and 4. The first 2 games were made by a different studio entirely and are in kind of a different style entirely. Oh, I love this. So pretty. I do want to see what's in here, but first... So I still kind of like those games, but I mean, I really didn't like This Way Madness Lies. Even though I thought I was going to, because I do love Shakespeare, it turned out to be just I didn't like it. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the characters. The gameplay was boring. And then I've just started to see like more problems than good things with that studio. Probably first and foremost, that they're just not that funny. They have this really kind of corny, in-your-face, over the top sense of humor that just feels really like geeky. Like, it feels like the kind of people who think like rock operas are cool would like that kind of humor. And also Penny Arcades on the Rain-Slick is based on a webcomic, so it's characters from a webcomic, and I don't read many webcomics, so I'm at kind of a loss to begin with. But they're still pretty entertaining as RPGs. So, I don't know if this is going to be a long video, it's almost Thanksgiving. I'm just in a really weird mood. Like, Thanksgiving is, I don't know, it's just not one of my favorite holidays. November is just a really weird month, especially because the days get so dark, and it just really affects my mood. And it's usually the time of the school year when things get really busy, and New York tends to get really cold. Also, I've gotten adjusted to Baltimore so much that being back in New York, sometimes it's just whiplash, and that kind of affects my mood for a while, so I don't know. But I'm just, I don't know, trying to find things to be grateful for. And just trying to be happy. Trying to be happy in the little things, like just a cup of coffee, you know, getting different cups of coffee from different places, and just playing video games that I enjoy. And watching video games that I think I might enjoy, like the original, like, PS1 Spyro games, like stuff like that. It's like, because 3D platformers still mean so much to me, and because the world of the Spyro games takes place in. Like, I don't feel like those. I feel like those games are like poor man's Banjo-Kazooie, but they still kind of have their own charm. Just like with the fantastic elements of like the night sky and the planets in the sky and the sort of temples and ancient castles that you make your way through. There's not really that many ancient castles in Spyro, so never mind. They're just goofy, like the character design is so goofy. Sometimes it's a bit hard to look at. Like, one of the main characters in Spyro 2 is this leopard named Hunter, and it's just one of the ugliest video game character designs I've seen. And I mean, I like PS1 games. I didn't grow up with a PS1. I'm kind of more of a Nintendo person, like an N64 kind of person. But like, I think they did a lot of great things on the PS1, like the Crash Bandicoot games, the medieval games. Like, the medieval games are super cool. So yeah, we made it to the top of the giant. If you go in here, you can go all the way back down the giant. If you go here, you can see the overworld, and you can just kind of look and get a clear picture of what this whole continent looks like from up top. So here we are, World's Library. Librarian is dead. Slumped over the desk. Every book ever written is here. Even Pride and Prejudice? Yep, it sure is a library. It looked a lot bigger from the outside. Honey Bear, there's a dead librarian right behind you. Oh? So there is. I suppose I was distracted by all the possibilities. I know that you get excited about learning new things, but I'm starting to feel nervous. Maybe this isn't an appropriate place to take our son. I know it's dangerous, but what other choice do we have? We have to do what's best for Jimmy, what's best for everyone. We should spread out and look. The secret knowledge should be around here somewhere.